Well, family is the backbone of America, but for many, the dream of starting a family remains just that, a dream. Whether it's because they are single, because their sexual orientation, or due to financial constraints, many people are unable to take the traditional path to parenthood. Now, while options like in vitro fertilization and artificial insemination provide hope, they often come with a really hefty price tag, putting them out of reach for those with limited means or no health insurance. But a controversial option is on the rise, offering a glimmer of hope for those desperate to start a family. And I'm talking about sperm donors found online. Yeah, you heard me right. Women are turning to the internet to find known donors. Now, this unconventional approach allows mother and child to know the identity of their donor and gives them the option of including him in the child's life. But here's the catch. This modern way of creating a family is entirely unregulated, lacking the health checks and screenings that are standard practice in regulated sperm banks, which aren't greatly regulated either. Despite the risk, a growing number of women are embracing this uncharted territory, seeing it as their last chance to create the family they've always dreamed of. As this trend continues to gain momentum, it begs the question, is this the future of creating a family or a dangerous gamble with the health and well-being of both mother and child? Now, Ari says he's been a known donor for nearly 16 years, and he does this as a service to help women. He currently has 164 children and 9 on the way.
I love that I'm able to help make these women's dreams come true. I really do feel like I work for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Around 16 years ago, I came across an ad on Craigslist of a woman looking to grow her family. Initially, I looked at it as a way of helping her grow her family, but also growing mine. Over the years, the process has changed. My first dozen or so kids were really conceived the old-fashioned way. Now, they're almost exclusively conceived in a cup or in a clinic. The first decade or so, I was having maybe 1, 2, or 3 children a year, and then I was getting a lot of media requests. I was growing my family at a much more rapid pace. Half my children are really from the New York area, but now I have women pregnant in Africa, Europe, the Middle East, Canada, and all over the US. I'm currently married to 3 women plus a domestic partnership. Obviously, these were fraudulent marriages, but I wasn't defrauding the women. My connection with my 164 children really varies. I change diapers. Sometimes I'm attending christenings or birthday parties, but my level of involvement really depends on the mom. Some kids I see all the time and some I've never met. I've been criticized, yes. One of the moms was a schizophrenic. Other moms have other mental health issues. I have a lot of moms that are anti-vaxxers and obviously immigration issues, me trying to get U.S. citizenship for all of them. I have 164 women. Any single one of them can file for child support. I've been criticized for being narcissistic because I want to spread my seed, and nothing could be farther from the truth. It's not about me having my 174th child. It's about me helping this woman have her first child.
If I'm being 100% honest,
that's what we're here for.
I was a little reluctant to shake your hand. But you look very hygienic, so how did you get motivated to do this, and why? I'm really curious.
2 of my motivations are in the green room. I have a 9 and a 10-year-old backstage, and they're playing with each other, and I just spent a wonderful weekend with them, and they certainly motivate me. And we just celebrated Mother's Day, and I had so many women, who were able to celebrate that day, and knowing that I was able to play a small role in doing that also was a big motivation, knowing how much love and joy I'm spreading.
Don't say spreading. Are you saying that you like to have some of these children in your life, but not the women?
There's a lot of love between me and the moms as well. Obviously, we're not living together, but, they make all the parenting decisions, and we have no reason to fight because we both love the children.
How often do you see them?
When I'm seeing the kids, generally, I'm seeing the moms as well. Some kids I get together with all the time, and there's some I've never met. It's different strokes for different folks. Different families feel differently. Oh, okay. My bad.
But you're paying child support.
That wasn't the arrangement going into it, but of course it's unregulated, as you said, so there's really no contract I could sign prior to conception to protect myself. So some of the women went back on their word, but a very small minority.
It's half your income.
That's true, yes. And I struggle
minority,
financially, but you know, when I look at my bank account, it's true. It seems I'm very poor, but I have a lot of love and joy in my life, and
there's different kinds of currency, and
definitely. And
you
I
get a lot of currency from these children.
Exactly.
How has that impacted you to pay child support for how many women?
It's 5 women for 9 kids, but of course, you know, the money's not going to a parking ticket. It is going to my children, so it's a little more palatable. Obviously, I would have liked to have distributed it a little bit more equitably, but most parents spend money on their children. I would have done the same. Nobody needed to sue me. I probably just would have maybe spread it to some of the moms that maybe were more in need and not just give so much of it to these 5 mothers.
So how has it impacted your lifestyle to have to spend half of your income on child support?
Like, I have 4 brothers, 2 sisters. They all own their homes. I'm the only one that's not owning a home. My lifestyle's a little transient. I don't need a hotel when I travel because I got families that welcome me into their home and treat me like family. But yeah, I definitely struggle financially.
Are you couch surfing? Are you homeless?
Yeah, I don't want to call myself homeless. I have many homes. But yes, it's mostly couches. My kids are in roughly 20 states, and I have women pregnant in Africa, Europe, Asia, Canada, and of course around the US.
Okay, now, I don't want to get too graphic, trust me, but you don't have relations with any of these women.
That is correct, yes. Of the 9 women that I have pregnant, I didn't sleep with any of them. All of those
in the beginning, did you?
You know, when I started, I didn't really know of another way to make a baby. So yes, we were conceiving these children the old-fashioned way. But after I started to have more than 1 or 2 or 3 children a year, I didn't really find a way that I'm able to protect myself as well as these other women that I'm helping while having the natural conception methods.
Okay, and so now you guys meet somewhere.
Correct. The vast majority of the time, I'm just putting it into a cup, not this cup, but a cup, and then I'll put it, and then they'll put it inside themselves. Sometimes we need to go to a fertility clinic if they're older or if they have insurance. In fact, I had a transfer today in Tijuana, Mexico. I didn't need to be there because we made the embryos, and today she's transferring them.
It's like a turkey baster thing?
Most of the time, it's a turkey baster type method, but a lot of women use like a menstrual cup, and then I just put my sperm in there, and then they would insert it themselves.
Okay. All right, next. Some people say finding a donor online is the wild, wild west of creating a family. So what would prompt someone to take the known donor route? Well, we'll ask 2 of Ari's mothers after the break. They're here. We'll talk to them. War in Iran is heating up, and the fallout's reaching us fast. Markets are rattled, global confidence is shaky, and investors are bracing for what's next. This week alone, hedge funds moved billions into hard assets, while central banks quietly stockpiled gold. In times like these, smart people don't sit back. They move toward safety. For me, that means gold and silver. Secure your future now while there's still time. Text Dr. Phil to 50505 to get your free precious metals guide from Preserve Gold. Gold is already up big this year, and with more volatility ahead, you cannot afford to wait. You could even get up to $15,000 in free silver with a qualified purchase. Don't wait for the next market shock. Text Dr. Phil to 50505 now before it's too late.
When Ari joins the party, it's a circus, and they love him.
Ari is an amazing father, given the fact that he's spread so thinly. He's present for any event that you invite him to as long as he's in the country.
Good to see you.
Hello. Hi.
Ari is very unorthodox.
I mean, we love Ari, but, you know, he doesn't protect himself sometimes.
If I used protection, nobody would be here.
He's not average. He's highly educated. You're a mathematician, correct?
That's right.
He's tall, he's good looking. A lot of women would pick him out of a catalog at a clinic.
There's 1,000,001 reasons of what they choose, but sometimes you have to take what's available.
With 164 children and counting, Ari admits he's lost track of the total number of mothers in his life, but there is one group of Ari's recipients who say they believe they are special. They call them the OG Moms Club.
I have one child with Ari. He's 10 years old.
Ari is the father to our daughter, Zoe. In 2014, a few of Ari's moms formed a group that we called the Mom Squad. I didn't think that he was going to have 100 and something children.
The Mom Squad is the OG moms. So we're the moms that started this whole sperminator thing. But before he was the sperminator, before he was known, and strictly chose Ari for pure reasons. And we just created this group.
So in our Mom Squad, the children are aware that they are siblings. When they see each other, they're very excited. They keep in contact. They talk all the time. They video chat.
The advantage of having a known donor like Ari, our son got more family, and he ended up getting hundreds of siblings.
Trips together. We go to each other's homes.
We built our own community, and it's become family.
Well, joining us now are Lee and Tiffany. Now, Lee is the mother of Ari's 15th child, and Tiffany to Ari's 18th. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
How did you first get involved in going this route instead of a more regulated route? I assume some of it had to do with the fact that it can be incredibly expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that true for both of you?
For me, it was very important to resemble as much of a natural experience as possible. Heterosexual couples or couples who don't have problems conceiving can do it in a very intimate setting. I obviously couldn't do it that way, not being in a heterosexual relationship, but I just didn't want to do it in a cold medical environment. I just wanted to have that opportunity to experience what a lot of other women get to experience when they start their family.
Was it important to know the donor?
I didn't think it was important at first. When we first started researching our options, I was going to do a sperm bank. That's all I knew at that time. I didn't know a known donor was even an option. But it was, the more I researched it, it was really important to us because we wanted our child to never feel like there was any voids in him knowing where he came from, who created him, and family history, health played a big part in it. So for us, it was important.
And how'd you find Ari?
We found him on a known donor website. So we didn't even know that existed. I just happened to search up ways to get pregnant.
Okay.
And we found
It
it.
was really important to you.
It was really important to us.
And how about you?
We decided to go this route after exhausting insurance, sperm banks. And then we decided that it was really important for our child to know their father. So just researching online, we found the known donor site, and that's how we found Ari.
And that's got to be a helpless feeling when insurance is depleted, it's really expensive, and so you can be left with no option.
Everyone's situation is different. I would say we've never felt helpless. We just thought it's important for our child to know their father.
What caused you to choose him up front?
Well, we met Ari in person, and we had an extensive, lovely day. We had lunch that turned into dinner. Just how open he was, how giving he is as a person. The time that he makes himself available, obviously he's spread very thin, but he makes it his business to show up. He's very loving, he's very caring, and we just look at him as an angel.
And he does this for free, right?
Absolutely for free.
Okay. Did you ever ask yourself why he would do it at all, let alone for free?
I think we did at the beginning, right? I think everybody would.
I would say I never questioned that. Before we had a child, we met Ari 4 years prior. So we didn't just pick him off a site and say, oh, he's the one because of whatever reasons. No, we got to know him, his family. So it wasn't about the money. It's not for status. It's just there are some people on earth that are naturally giving and who want to help make your family.
And he's turned out to be what you thought he was going to be.
Exactly.
Same for you.
Yeah, I think he turned out to be a little crazier and quirkier than we even thought. Clearly, but that's what we love about him. I'm an anxious person by nature. I think things through a lot more. I plan, I'm strategic, and Ari's the opposite. And I felt like it was important to give my child, a fighting chance of having that more carefree, less fearful, anxious, kind of personality. And Ari doesn't know how to be anything else. You'll never see him anxious.